Hi. Be honest, have you ever wanted to say never again after buying a corporate solution? Even if your job title doesn't mention sales, you've probably been involved more than once in the process of purchasing or choosing a new B2B solution. That process is exhausting. But here's the question. Does it really have to be that way? Do you really have no choice? I have two answers for you. First, yes, you'll still have to take part in the selection process. Second, no, it doesn't have to be such a nightmare. Let's break it down step by step. Why do we have to be involved in the process? Because a single right decision can truly change a company's life for years to come. Automation, CRM, HR, finance, production, all of these free us from routine and save us hours and days of work. Think about it. Could we really work efficiently now without automated accounting, without client mailings, without bonus programs, without effective analytics? Not anymore. These technologies have become part of everyday life. But here's the paradox. Technologies are created to make our lives easier, yet the process of buying them turns into a nightmare. And where does the discomfort begin? Right from the very first step. A company claims to have a personalized approach, but in reality, after the introduction, they send you a 30-slide presentation, of which you only need 3. Be honest, has this ever happened to you? It only gets worse. Calls, emails, invitations to meetings. You show up, and at the first meeting, it's basically the same as the presentation, only now in words. And they only get to your needs at the very end. But by then, there's little time left, so you agree to another meeting, then another, and so on. In the end, you and your colleagues have spent several hours in meetings where 90% of the time was spent discussing things that weren't needed at all. I mean, it's unclear why IT should listen to a presentation about an interface they're not interested in, or why you should hear about technical details. Sound familiar? And there are several such solutions. You're simultaneously involved in choosing a CRM, an HR system, and something else for production. This means that more than half of your working time is spent in meetings where, instead of quick Q&A sessions, you're overloaded for hours with unnecessary information. But the real challenge begins when you need to defend the project within the company. The vendor has sent you a generic presentation, and now it's your job to break it up into pieces and send them to your colleagues according to their roles. Then you have to wait for the commercial offer. Sometimes you wait for it for days. Every revision or clarification is a pain. And if you ask for a budget forecast for a couple of years ahead, the supplier might just disappear. And so you try to convey the idea to the CFO, but you don't have any numbers or arguments at hand, just vague statements. Try convincing the CFO under these conditions. It's damn hard, isn't it? But the final level of the quest is to show management the payback calculation, justify the project with numbers, and prove that it's profitable. And all of that is on your shoulders. And this is where it's time to say, stop, that's enough. Is this really what the process of buying solutions that are supposed to make our lives easier should look like? Imagine a different picture, a world where content is divided into categories. IT has its own materials, finance has theirs, and management has theirs. And everyone watches exactly what matters to them, at a time that's convenient for them. Then, in just a couple of clicks, you have a preliminary commercial offer in your hands. Want a 3-year forecast? Just press a button, and you get it. Want unit economics? One more click, and it's all done. That's it. No unnecessary meetings, no piles of emails, no 30-slide presentations. Can you picture it? This isn't fantasy, it's not the future, it's real. Want the same? Here's what you need to do. Next time a company comes to you offering their services or technologies, just show them our solutions and say, guys, I want to buy like this. Fast, convenient, and transparent. If even one company changes their process for you, your next buying experience will be completely different. And then the rest will follow. Why do all this? Because together, we can shake up this B2B swamp, make it so that companies spend less effort on control and pointless KPIs and more effort on creating conditions where clients genuinely want to buy. Subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and turn on notifications, because right here we show how you can turn the painful sales process into a system that works comfortably for everyone. And remember, technology should make life easier, and that includes the buying process.